We're staying with development in Sokoto State as the Nigerian military authorities have provided details of the airstrike targeting Lakurawa terrorists in the state that inadvertently resulted in the deaths of 10 civilians. Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba said in a news conference at the Defense Headquarters that painstaking efforts were made using intelligence, reconnaissance, and surveillance in picking the target before the strike on Christmas Day. In a related development, he dismissed claims by the Nigerian junta that Nigeria is being used as a French staging post to destabilize the Sahelian country.
Days after a coordinated military operation in 2 communities in Sokoto resulted in the death of 10 people whose identities are now being investigated to determine if they were terrorists or civilians. Director of Defense Media Operations says painstaking efforts were made using intelligence, reconnaissance and surveillance to pick the target identified as Lakurawa camps.
That operation will have taken place earlier. But because of the painstaking measures that we know that we need to put in, we decided to hold it to make sure that those that were seen at that location were indeed terrorists, Lakurawa terrorist group. And we did that by sending human intelligence to confirm. And they got back to us and confirmed that, yes. And it was thereafter that we carried out a joint operation, a combined, synchronized operation with the Air Force and ground forces.
He explains how the unintended targets lost their lives.
One of the targets was a logistic base of the terrorists in the community. When I talk of logistic base, I'm talking of armed cartridges and pole that were kept there. So naturally, when the munition hits that, there will be secondary explosion arising from that, which will generate, other things flying in the air, which was what led to the death of about 10 persons that were reported.
While the outcome of investigation is being awaited, the military authorities also dismissed claims by the Nigerian junta that Nigeria is being used as a French staging post to destabilize the Sahelian country.
When it comes to foreign base, we do not have. Whether any country, there is no foreign base in Nigeria. And the reasons are also not far-fetched. We do not want our country to be a ground for proxy war. You accept one person, the enemy of that person will start following you. That is proxy war. We don't want that. So anywhere you hear anybody talking like that as a distraction. I heard one of the African leaders say something like that. That's a distraction from him tackling the problem in his country.
While the last may not have been heard about the issue, the federal government says troops will continue to target terrorists in the country.